Okay. All right. Ooh, and right when I hit the live button, I think like I got ringing in my ears. So I'm telling you, how are we all doing? Please let me know if you can hear me and see me good. You know, how is everyone doing? I hope you are well. I know I see Miss Plumie here, and Miss Sandra, my twin, my Scorpio twin, my soul sister twin. How are you? Yay, I see Danny Mac in the house. Yay. Awesome, awesome. I'm so happy to see you guys. Okay. I know we might not have a big crowd, a small little crowd, but you know what? I always like quality over quantity. Y'all should know this by now. You know, that's how I roll. So, as you can see from the title of the video, this is going to be a very chill session. There's no real, agenda or, content that I'm going to be delivering as far as a message being concerned. More so for us to hang out. For those who are with us, yeah, it was last night. We were all together, and many people wanted to hang out, right? But I was focused on our class, the delivery of the message. And so that was the focus, the focal point. And, had gotten emails by people who just wanted to just chill and hang out. So with that being the game plan, that's what we're doing here, guys. Okay. So, I want to hang out, chill, just have a lighthearted little chat, and maybe I'll pull some cards and we'll wrap it up. It's always nice to have like a little, like an ebb and flow, the ebb and the flow of things. So, who, Sandra? Sandra, who? Oh, Plumie. I will let Plumie respond. Plumie's got several things up her sleeve, usually, in a nice, funny, cute way. So, I hope that everyone is doing good. If you caught yesterday's broadcast, on our Wednesday night class on personal development, then I'm going to hope and assume that you really received that very positive, powerful, impactful message, right? I prepare my messages with the utmost of integrity and deliberation and intent. And so I always make sure that delivering the content that I'm staying on point, focused, getting it out there. At the end of last night's broadcast, we had several of us come just chill and hang out, which was so amazing, so beautiful. I was honored to see so many familiar faces there, just to chill and just hang out with us. So I always enjoy those experiences because that is true engagement with real people, right? So I love it. I very much so love it. And so at the request of many others from yesterday night, they asked for me to come up here and just hang out with nothing. So I figured that we can just, what do they call it? Just chill, shoot the conversations, wherever it goes, however it lands. I'm down to cover or talk on any pertinent true crime cases. I know for those who I do like true crime, I try to not dabble in it too much. That way my own energetics are protected. But there's a couple of cases, of course, that I'm following naturally, that have my attention. And so that is on my mind to some degree for sure. And I'm here to just hang out, really, for sure. I know many of the subscribers who may or may not always come in the live streams are into true crime. I know this already because I know. I know. And I know I've had many requests over the months to cover the cases, which I have not done. But we can just chat about it. And I've actually thought about a couple of ideas of what I could do to dabble in it without pulling me all the way in it, guys. I thought about some ideas there. So I'm open to your suggestions and your opinions, at least those that I'm open to the opinions and suggestions of those who at least know me from our soul family. We'll take all kind of people's opinion. That's fine. You can leave your opinion in the comment after the live stream if you didn't catch it live. You're welcome to leave your opinion afterward. But yes, so we got some of that stuff. All right. Yes. So yeah, like I will definitely say, so Sandra touched on it. Yes. Shoot the breeze. Yes. I was going to call it something else, but definitely yes. Yes, definitely. Definitely yes. 100% one. Yes. 11111. 100% one. It's definitely one. I'm confident it's definitely one. So I know I sound silly, right? I know. So with that being said, guys, how are you guys doing? How are y'all doing? Tell me. Tell me. Tell me. So like I mentioned, guys, just moments ago, this is a free-flowing, open dialogue to chill, hang out. Any topic is open for discussion. Say you've had some pertinent questions regarding like even like on the spiritual realm. Many times, you know, when I'm covering the development class on Wednesday nights, we get a lot of questions sometimes on like spiritual stuff or psychic stuff or intuitive stuff where I don't usually have the time to cover that. So this is a good time for those who happen to be with us tonight to ask those questions or to pose those questions as well, so that we are open to cover whatever is on your pressing mind. If no one has questions, then I'm going to just chat. You know, I can chat all freaking night. You know, I'm a talker. Well, I'm quiet, I'm reserved, but you get me going on a subject matter that I'm interested in, and it'll be hard to, what is it called? Like silence me. So with that being, you know, shared. So yeah, so in case anyone comes in, hold up, I got my little notepad, just in case. We can do, you know, any questions on spirituality, consciousness, ascension, spiritual gifts, intuition, humanity, the collective, the current energetics. It could be on astrology, on the tarot cards. Guys, you name it, this is the time to chat with me openly about it. It's okay if you don't have the questions right now, but no question is too silly. Nothing is inappropriate for this discussion here, okay? I know I have friends like Danielle and others. They get to pick my brain at random, at whenever. And so I always try to answer to the best of my ability, you know, at all times. So I can kind of start to share a little bit about let me see how I want to say this, or how I want to position this. Okay, so let's start with this position first. if this makes sense. Now, if this doesn't make sense, that's okay, but I'm gonna do the best I can to articulate some details. Okay, so, there is a distinction and a difference. And again, this is not to, this is just for me to share and expand with the world here, whoever comes across this video, to, hear my insights. So there's a lot of tools you can use to help tap into your higher self, tap into higher consciousness, and to tap into penetrate realities, different, different experiences, even if you were not in that experience yourself. And so some people have, the gift to be able to do that without a tool like cards or crystals, or people have like pendulums, people do all rods. There's so many devices and tools that one, or like what's the other one called, like where you talk into a thing. There's a name for that, where you it's a device where you talk into it and then it gives you words. Regardless, so there's many formats and things that exist for people to tap in. I personally have, I don't like to give my opinion so much on all the different things because, what do you mean, Sandra? Are we good? Sandra? The name of what? Okay. Yeah, me neither. I can't remember the device. There's a device. Okay. Again, I'm not against anything. People can use all kinds of methodologies, right, to tap in to source or to tap into different kinds of experiences. So use your own personal discernment with what you resonate with. I always tell people who ask me or who talk to me or who chat with me, what do I think of? They always ask me this all the time. What do you think about like this or that, the dowsing routes, the pendulum, this, what is that microphone thing called? It's there's a name for it. Oh God, E something P, EVP. Okay, there we go, right? Whatever it is. Again, I don't have any bias on any of those tools. Whatever you feel most comfortable working with. I personally, I just stick with what I feel most in alignment with less interference. When you get into electronics, you're going to get interference from other realms, right? Because that's why I don't cover like paranormal on my channel. Paranormal is like a step down from true heightened awareness. I'm not diminishing like paranormal because it's real. Like for sure it's real. But when I look at paranormal elements, paranormal to me, from my perspective and my opinion, is on the lower frequency range, which I do not operate on. So given that, you're not going to really hear me cover paranormal subject matters because that's not where I place my attention at, and I don't operate there. When I say it's lower level, I'm not saying it's always negative. What I'm saying is that there's levels of frequency vibration, and there's ranges and ranges and ranges and ranges and ranges and ranges. And so if you are naturally, and even though I say I'm higher vibration, there's still levels and layers to that unfold for many people. And so most people operate who are tapped into some degree, like on the astral plane, well, the ethereal realm. But even that still, you have to make sure you're using discernment when you're doing different things with yourself, right? So if you astral travel, which I know many people do, and I used to, I don't anymore. Yeah, you're just floating, or you're going, or you're being led, or you don't know what's happening. And then sometimes if you're like in a lucid state of beingness, then of course you have a little more control over what's taking place. But even those two elements are still in the lower frequency vibration, if that makes any sense to anybody, guys. So if this isn't making sense to you, I totally understand that. Again, this is just me using my language, my understanding, my perspective to help put into words from my insight and my real experiences. So for sure. And so yeah. So when you see people out there who do like card readings, again, this is never to diminish anybody outside of this channel. Trust me, no, I never do that. But I'm helping people understand a little bit of like insight information about how these kind of things work. So people can feel guided to do cards, but they may not be as tapped in as other people. Some people may not be tapped in at all and still do cards, right, guys? So just because someone does cards does not equivocate to them being really super highly in tune or a psychic medium. And even being psychic medium, being psychic is one level even above heightened intuition, and then being a medium is a whole different thing. And I know since it's not language, and I don't even like labels, I've never been one into labels, guys. But that way, at least you understand there are variations of what that looks like and kind of like how that comes into fruition. So I don't know if those things interest you, but those are common questions that come up to me just and like, you know, behind the scenes. So what do you guys think so far? Hey, Red Lotus. Hey, Martin. Yeah, so like I said, I'm only giving you guys my opinion based on my personal first-hand experience or my personal first-hand knowingness. I have never operated with EVPs, and there's a reason why I wouldn't, based on just what I understand about the realms. And I don't really need to. So I understand that all of us in the 3D world, we want some immediate validation, and the EVP, which is like an audio frequency device, is the one and only way to get immediate, definite, tangible advice, or not, sorry, tangible validation. But is that immediate, tangible validation really legit and accurate, or is it something else? It might be still something, but again, there's so many things that come into play with that little element. It's kind of, you know, it's a little bit. So I try my best to help bring forth information like this. No one taught me this. No, there's no books out there for this. It's just me, been through life experiences and experienced all kinds of different parts, and just trying to help guide people to understand the variations and the distinctions, because it's not all the same. It's not one category. Yes, you can put it all in the category of like what, spirituality, because I would not call it paranormal. That's low level to me. I would call it under consciousness. That's how I look at things. Again, your perspective is what makes a difference for you. So, but yeah. And Red Lotus says, it is hard as a Christian. We are told that psychics and spirit realms are evil, even tarot cards. Yeah, I understand that for sure. Totally get that. Totally. Like I was born and raised Catholic my whole life. For like legit. So yeah, for sure. No, I'm hearing you, Red Lotus, for sure. I'm with you. I was born and raised Catholic, and so when I first understood what was taking place within me, so let's remove tarot cards and external pieces. Let's just stick with when you're heightened awareness to like the level of like psychic level, and there's variations between that, and there's different forms of being psychic. There's people can use like, that's a very broad label. It's a very broad label. Trust me, I know this. There's different types of psychics. What I mean by that is like there are different strengths that a psychic may possess. If they are well-rounded, I'm not perfect. No, I'm not, but I'm very well-rounded. But that's just me. But not everyone is very well-rounded. They may have this as more dominant, or this part of them that has more heightened awareness. I'm not perfect. No, no way, no way. I'm just saying that, it's important to also evaluate yourself if that's, what you experience for yourself, and discern which traits you may have more heightened abilities on. So that's aside from any kind of cards, crystals, or any devices of any kind. Does that make any sense or not? I mean, I don't know. I was trying to keep myself on the straight and narrow here with this conversation, but because if a true psychic, a true heightened aware being that's tapped into consciousness, higher consciousness, that is how I prefer to discuss this subject matter without the labels of psychic, is how I prefer to handle the conversation. That is how I look at things. So, yeah. And, yeah. When it comes to the abilities, just in general, first of all, I will say, first and foremost, everyone, all human beings have the ability to access the same part of themselves from what I'm referring to. So no one on this planet, if you are alive and you're breathing, you have the ability to access these elements as well. Okay. Now, of course, some of us come in here already knowing and understanding how to tune in and how to channel in, right? So that's understandable. There are people who are really good at sports. Oh, they're just made for basketball, or they're made for this, right? There's a lot of things that, we're born with these really, they're really strong with this, or that. Maybe they're a really good writer. They're a really good singer. Wow, you got this amazing talent. You're singing, or you're an actor, or you're a good sports player or a golfer. I don't know. Yes. Are there parts of those same sports people that have developed their continue to develop and work on their talent? Yeah, of course. But there are some things that is innately in people now. But anybody can be a golfer. Anybody can be a football player. Anybody can be a swimmer. Anybody can be a singer. They'll have to work a little bit harder at it, right? If you don't have it already in you innately, you can still work at it, because it's available for all of us. So number one, first and foremost, is that everyone has the ability to tap into their higher self, hands down. Hands down. This I know. So if you ever felt like, well, I don't have these abilities. Yes, you do. They may be dormant, latent, but they're there. They're there if you want to access them, right? So again, it comes down to our preferences, our interest levels, and where we want to place our attention at. So I might not want to be a basketball player. First of all, I'm short, so I probably would not do well in basketball anyways. But if I really worked hard at it, I really want to be a basketball player, I could still be decent at it, right? May not be professional NBA, but I'm sure I could, if I was committed to that, then I would do that, right? Even if I was not some amazing player, I could still achieve results. So take that as a metaphor, analogy, and apply it to spirituality and these gifts as well. Look at things from broader perspectives, okay? Are y'all following me? Thank you, Sandra. And Red Lotus says, I also feel we are all one being. God says that so that it is, hold on. So there's absolutely a higher being. Yes. You have to see the higher part. Yes, absolutely. Yes. 100%, Red Lotus. Yes. Oh, definitely. Yes. Yes. Definitely. Yes. Definitely. Yes. I wanted to also say about that, that might be a little bit too advanced, but I'll still say it at least. Certain gifts that we're given also come with a responsibility, right? We may not always know that, depending on our awareness level of what we have to work with. But certain gifts come with a responsibility and accountability, and each and every one of us have, to be in alignment or to maintain alignment with our higher self. And if we're out of integrity, which means we're using our gifts for selfish reasons or for greed, power, control, manipulation, that's a clear indication that you're not doing the right thing with yourself. Right? Now, of course, it's easy for us, anyone, to be tempted to use their gifts or their abilities for selfish desires. That's what happens with money, right? People have too much money. What do? They get greedier, right? They want power, control, dominion, right? So just like anything in life, it's all about, are you in tune with yourself? Because just because you come in this life incarnation with gifts or without gifts, right? You have a moral responsibility to do the right thing, because we will all be, we all face we all face source creator. Yes, we do. And we will make bad decisions in life. That's natural. We're human beings. We will. At the same time, if we knowingly continuously make the wrong choice when we clearly know we have an obligation, now you're adding yourself layers of karmic debt that you're gonna have to work that. You're gonna have to work through that shit, okay? I say that with truth. So I take my gifts with true integrity. Yes. Now I'm an older soul. I'm an old soul. So I'm grateful that I have the awareness and the consciousness to discern, and I keep myself in order. Oh yeah, I do. Oh yes. Power should never be abused. So whether we're talking about politics, businesses, banking, financial, education, whatever social construct we're talking about, power should never be abused. So no matter who we are on the low level, like we're all common people, or on the high level, government officials, people in like high authority, regardless of where we are on the little spectrum of life, we have a moral obligation to do the right thing. And we will be judged by source itself. So we come here with a duty, missions, and responsibility. Now, we may fall short, and we will, because it's given that we will fucking fail and we will fall on our face. But when we can actually recognize that, hey, you know what? I saw what I did was wrong. And that wasn't not how I was supposed to be. I made poor choices. When you can actually reflect, right, and really hold your own self accountable, forgive yourself too, that you made some poor choices. I'm not saying with these gifts, I'm saying with anything in life, like with money, right, with power, control, right, with like relationships, friends, like I'm saying the whole gamut, right? That's what I'm referring to here. We have a moral obligation to think about, you know what? I can see how I messed up there and it wasn't right. I can't take it back, but I know going forward, I won't make that mistake twice. If you can be in integrity with yourself, right? If you can be in an integrity with yourself with that experience, you are going to be redeemed for sure, like on the higher levels, for sure. And this is not a religious discussion, trust me, because I don't promote religion. I'm not against religion. I just don't talk religion. I talk spirituality. I talk consciousness. I talk humanity. I talk collective. So, and just so those who may or may not know me, I have studied all world religions, all of them, because I am a very big researcher. I want to know about all religions. Like this is years, that was like 15 to 20 years old, looking at all these religions. I'm like, well, wait a minute. How come I was born Catholic? Well, of course. And a lot of things with the Catholic Church did not completely make sense to me. I'm not downing any religion. I'm just saying from my own life experience, things didn't add up. When I would ask, I got no answers. And me being myself, I'm like, okay, well, you know what? I'm going to find out. I'm going to find out some way or another. I was 10 years old talking to my grandmother, who was like super freaking religious, super Catholic. Don't you dare cross her. Don't you dare even ask about. Don't even ask in a potential way where it may be disrespectful. Seriously, it was kind of crazy. But of course, me being myself, it's like, I just want to ask, I have mentioned this story many times in the past here on YouTube, but I don't want to go too far off the gamut. I'm just saying that I've studied all religions. I tend to vibrate in most alignment with, again, this is not a topic of religion. Just saying, I tend to vibrate with like Taoism and Taoism, some Buddhism, and some Hinduism, but no, I would say Buddhism, Taoism, Taoism. Taoism and Taoism is almost the same, and Buddhism, but I'm still, Christian and Catholic too. So no one religion has ever confined me, and I won't let that happen to me, because I can see the world for the bigger picture, and I won't be confined to these labels. So, that make any sense, guys? Or am I losing us? Let me know if I'm losing us, guys. So, Earthism? I've never heard of Earthism. I would just call that humanitarianism, but I don't know what Earthism is. But the point of my last statement was to just express that I don't really confine myself to just, even the topic of religion, I don't go into conversations. So if you notice here on my channel, there are certain topics I don't go into for my own personal reasons. Politics, I still know where I stand on politics. I just don't discuss them here. Religion, I don't discuss religion. I discuss spirituality from my perspective, and I'm also mindful of the many religions that we all may be more familiar with. I don't use religion as a way of defining who I am. I've never have. My journey was never religious. My journey was spiritual. My journey was mystical, right? So again, that's my position from how I came into who I have become. And I've had so many mystical experiences that defy logic, and my experiences even defy religion, okay? That's why I don't use religion to back me up. I don't. Many of my own encounters for the years that I've been, since I was 5, right? When you operate with the spiritual realm as a child, you don't know what's really happening. All you know is what is happening. And then you do your best at whatever age level you are to discern what's taking place. You can ask family and friends, but they're not going to understand. And so that could be a little scary for any person in the world, especially a child, right, who does not quite know what's taking place. Thankfully, from my own experience, I've always maintained a good grounding level, and always understood that I might not know exactly what's happening, but I put that to the side, right? So the way that my brain has always functioned, operate is like, okay, this happened. I know it's real. It happened. I don't have all the answers at that age level to understand the details of it, but I know it took place, and I'll put that, in the compartment. And then as life goes on, you gather more information before you come to full conclusions. Are y'all with me? Oh, I never heard of Earthism, ever. Never heard of that before. But thank you for Aberrations, Abator, and Red Lotus for helping me learn something new. I always appreciate that. Earthism is to care for the direct relationship to man's consequence of this planet. Okay. Well, I never knew that was a term. But that's awesome. So thank you for sharing that with me. I am also a student on this planet. I may have some gifts. I may be in leadership positions here, but I am still always a student, learning, growing, and evolving. I'm always humbled by this journey, right? And that's how you stay in alignment. I'll never know all that I'm supposed to know. And I'm grateful that I know that I'm not going to always know what I want to know. It sounds silly, but there's a lot of depth there. Red Lotus, I'm happy you're here with me, hanging out. Remind me, sweetie, what is your zodiac sign? I'm curious. I want to toggle into something a little bit similar here. Red Lotus, really? I love Libras. I love my best friend of 20 plus years is a Libra. We've been friends for over 20 years, and I love her to death. Like, we have been friends. We have probably had a handful of fights in the 20 plus years. I would say maybe two and a half fights, because one was not even like about me and her. So I'd say about 2 fights in 20 plus years, okay? Because we jive. Like, we just, yeah, it's hard to really explain. We love each other, we respect each other, we were on the same the same wavelength, and we both respect like our own like unique perspectives, and we come together. But we just, you know, when you jive with somebody, like, you just get them, they get you, and you're just right there. So I do like Libras. Not all Libras, because again, every zodiac sign has some lower vibrational beings, right? So not everyone's perfect, but in general, I do like Libras. I do. I do. My best friend of 20 plus years is a Libra, and we have been through everything. And in fact, I will say this statement because people don't believe me when I say this, but I promise on my life, I will get her on camera here, because she's already promised me she'll do it. The relationship that me and her have built over all this years, okay, 20 plus years. She's Libra, I'm Scorpio. All right. She has never in her life ever, she herself, Rebecca, has never trusted a person ever. And anyone she ever trusted has like probably, you know, screwed her over, right? In different ways, different kind of ways. When me and her met, we were like we just got each other, you know, without like, we didn't explain our backgrounds. Like, you know, like when you just jive, you jive. Okay, so let's fast forward. She was definitely into like, I'm more reserved, I'm quiet, I'm shy, and she definitely had all the boys chasing her. Yes, she did. No, in a good way, in a very positive, good way. So hear me out. She did. And I was like, oh my God, Rebecca, you're so boy crazy. Stop it. Because like, she just loved love itself. Now, from my perspective, like, I was like, why are you so focused on love? Because I was so focused on like where I'm going, what I got to accomplish, where I'm like, what do I got to go do? Like, what's the plan, right? And so I love her to death. I'm gonna tell you the whole story here. So I would see her. I love her. Like, she is my best friend in physical life, and she will come up here. She promised me she will. This gets really good. It's a really good story. And so I used to be indifferent to love because I felt like, well, is it important? what's going to happen with this? Like, I had to figure things out. And she showed me how to embrace just following her emotions, which I I still resonate with it, but I was not really fully in tune with how she saw things, if this makes any sense. So here's how this goes. It's a beautiful story. I love it. Okay, so let me get to the end. Okay, let me get to the end. And she will come up here. She will. She's like, oh my God, I gotta do it. I'm like, yes, you will. Yes, you will. Stop. Yes, you will. So anyways, I've always had, basically my whole life, I was her wingman. I'm a girl. She's a girl. I was her right hand wingman for like forever. Oh my God, it's so funny. I'm so serious. It's for real. I was her wingman forever. And, but I didn't mind it because I was like, dude, do your thing, dude, do your thing. Because I loved I was actually embracing and living through her experience in a most beautiful way. Okay, so that's that part. Let's fast forward a little bit longer. She says, of course, you have many friends. Over all the years that go by, you have friends that turn your back on you, they betray, they hurt you, of course, all that stuff. So the beautiful part is like, well, she told me over many years, we've been friends for over 20 years. So Katrina, you are the only friend that I would trust to let my husband sleep in the bed next to you. And I can know with no doubt you're going to be in integrity. I said, you're damn right. You're damn right. And that's beautiful. When you have that level of trust with a female, a woman, right? If you're a girl, right? Another girl, yeah, that's fucking legit. So anyways, we always like laugh about it, but like it's real. She's like, I will let him come over, not like practically, of course. So this may not really make that much sense, but he travels for work, blah, blah, blah. He's like my family. Fucking love him. He's like, she's my sister, he's my brother, hands down. Okay. But a lot of people in this world, they would never allow that to take place. If they did, they'd be worried. She can sleep peaceful and know I'm going to always be in integrity based on my character. Now, I'm not saying that I would give the same respect to her. She probably will, yes. But she can count on me 1000% on my loyalty, my commitment, and my integrity. Yes. And that is what I wanted to say. It's like, holy shit, a friendship of 20 years, a lot of life has gone by. And so I'm honored about that. Anyway, she's like, okay, I will come on the channel. We'll talk. We'll have some fun. Hey, Maddie. Hell yeah, but like that's real trust though. Really is. And her husband has come to my house so many times. His old job used to be something in entertainment wherever there was like different events taking place. So whenever it was in Houston, she's like, Katrina, can he stay there? Otherwise, he's gonna stay in the storage place. I'm like, dude, no. I will let him stay upstairs in my son's room and like, we're good. So anyways, but I'm just saying that like, it's not that easy to have that relationship with girls because if you're a woman, then we know what that's like. We do. And so I shared that story because that's real. That's fucking real. And it takes time, trust, and a person's character, behaviors, who they always show up to be is who they will be, right? So anyways, that's important, guys. Anyways, enough of my friend Rebecca, but I just thought it'd be important to share my story with my best friend, who is a Libra in Chicago. She'll come on and she'll tell it to us. She will, from her words. Over all the years, I have been with her through all these years of like, holy shit. I'm laughing because I'm more of a person who like does not express emotions outwardly, or like I don't sit in them, but she will. And so there has been many times where I'm like, dude, Rebecca, I will get you off this couch. I don't care what it takes. I will drag you back to reality. I can't let you sit here. I cannot do it. And she's like, Katrina, no, I gotta sit in the sadness. I'm like, dude, no, you're not. No, you're fucking not. No, you're not. You sat here for 3 days. I let you, and now I have a responsibility to pull you out of this. No. So I'm sorry. I'm aggressive when it comes to like people I love close to me, because I'm like, no, we're not gonna do that. I'll let you have your moment, but I can't let you sit there with me knowing you're sitting there in pain. No, I'm gonna fucking pull you the fuck out of hell. I will do it every time. I'll be the bad guy at first, because of course you want to resist me and fight me and like, oh my god, no, let me just be in my pain. I'm like, no. We're about to go get some food. I'm gonna put all the happy songs in the car. All right, I'm gonna drive us. I'm gonna let your head go out the window, whatever you gotta go do, but you are not going on that couch anymore like that, okay? So anyways, I'm just showing you, I'm recounting some moments of time where I pulled my friends out of the darkness of hell. They wanted to stay there. I'm like, no, we're not doing it. I will let you have your moment, but then once I realize now that moment is no longer going to serve you, I will pull you the fuck out. I can't watch you as my close friend or loved one or, family. I can't let you stay there. I will pull you out. And you'll thank me later. Does that make sense or not, guys? Someone tell me, because I love her to the death of time. And obviously she loves me too, because she would not let her husband sleep next to me in a bed, which never happened anyways. But she wouldn't do that, or, she would not feel that way if she didn't feel so secure in our friendship. And that's important, though. That is how you build true friendships, true connections. There's no, cat fight here or there, or like, I'm gonna tear you down. No, I'm a true friend. And my soul family here on YouTube that we've been developing, we operate on the same level, on the same wavelength. There is nothing, below the belt or that's unacceptable. You better believe I'm gonna support you and have your fucking back. You better believe it. Yes, I will. So I think that's important, because a lot of times, guys, in life, we live this life, we get older, and we don't have those kind of people anymore we can, rely on and trust. We're looking over our shoulder, we have paranoia, like, well, do they really? No, not with me, and not in my group. No. And I think it's important, guys. So, and Maddie knows, see, Maddie's a Scorpio, Sandra's Scorpio. Them Scorpios, they know how we operate. We are fucking ride or die to the end of time. The higher vibing Scorpios, not all Scorpios. So high vibing Scorpios will forever, endlessly support you to the death. They are the most loyal person you'll ever meet. If they're high vibing, they will be the most loyal person you'll ever meet. Guaranteed. Thank you, Maddie. Anybody else who's Scorpio, put it out there, because I'm telling you, those Scorpios, they come ride or die. They are there till the death. They may take a bullet for you. They may die on behalf of you. They will do whatever it takes. Oh, yeah. So if you are very fortunate to have a Scorpio in your corner, who's high vibing, consider yourself very lucky. They will always support you, have your back. 100%. That's a fact. It's fact. It's fact. It's true. It is true. So yes, Sandra says, so true. Maddie says, lock and load. Damn right. Hi, Remy. Red Lotus says, what about Aquarius? Okay, so it depends on what about the Aquarius based on your position, because there's so many elements about all the different signs. So it depends on Aquarius in relation to what exactly. So, but hi, Remy. Good to see you, sweetie. I haven't seen you in forever, Remy. Is that the same Remy that I know from before, or a different Remy? I don't know. Because your name and your profile looks different, and I don't know. But right? Same Remy or no? Thank you, Red Lotus. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I think, okay. Okay, good. I wasn't sure, you know, these days, guys on YouTube, it's like, thank you. But yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. So how was everyone doing? How was everyone hanging? Maddie, you missed the best part. I was talking about the Catholic Church. Maddie, you missed the best part. It's okay. But Remy, it's awesome to see you here. Thank you for showing up and saying hello. I appreciate that for sure. And Red Lotus, if you have any questions about you and, like, you know, you said you're married to an Aquarius, anything in particular about the Libra, the Aquarius, or yeah, give me some guidance on what you'd like me to give some thoughts upon, because it depends. You know, it's a very broad, like, ranging, like, experience. Like, all signs are broad as well. So happy to do whatever your little heart desires. Today is a lighthearted, free-flowing, no agenda topic. We're just chilling, rolling with the homies. Yes, me too, Maddie. Oh my God, me too. Me too. Yeah, I'm telling you, this is back in the, we had nuns for teachers. They were harsh. They weren't playing, and you, like, yeah. They were for real, those nuns. So that's why I was like, oh damn, I better get my act together. Oh, absolutely, for sure. Any general things though, Red Lotus? General thoughts or general things on whatever it is that your heart desires, like just general thoughts, general topics or subjects, because I never get to hang out here with all of us. I usually do like my class on Wednesday, which we did last night. We had a great class, and so we covered that. I was down to business, and people came in later like, hey, let's hang out. But of course, we had went to like almost like 3 hours, so I was like, no, let's close it out. So we're here chilling, relaxing. I promised everyone last night I'd come on to just hang out and just chill. Also, guys, if you missed earlier, I have my cards out here, so I will pull some cards if anybody would like a card. I got like all my decks here. Y'all know I got my decks. Ooh. So I have my decks here too, just to chill. Just to chill. Chill, chill, chill. Earlier I was chatting about like the general, you know, questions on like spirituality, consciousness, certain gifts, right? So we covered a couple of random things in general aspects, nothing specific, too deep, but that is the purpose here. We're just hanging out, guys. So absolutely. Mad at your knuckles. Oh my God. Maddie, those rulers are really tough. Those rulers are bad. Bad, 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 bad. Yeah, but a lot of people don't really fully understand like the whole spiritual gifts aspects of what takes place for a person. I know it's hard, especially if you're like brought up with like one ideology. But there are people in this world that are born with like abilities, right? But like I mentioned earlier, it's no different when you look at somebody who's like really good at like football or baseball or sports, or someone with a really good knack for the piano, like, oh, they play it, like, oh, they're so really good at it, right? So I try to keep it in the same playing field, because sometimes people place it in a category of like so taboo, which I know why it is. Of course you know why. But it's no different than other abilities and talents that we all face here in common world. And so we all have the ability to tap into our intuition. I always remind all of us that we are all very powerful. And when you can go in within, right, and trust yourself, you can actually get the information, because your higher self, your true self, the core of you already knows the answers. But sometimes, you know, we live this life and we kind of like rely upon external things to show us, but we always have intuition, the gut instincts, right? That they call it mother's instincts. We all have that. We're born that way. We sometimes don't practice those talents of ourselves. We sometimes suppress it, or sometimes we like ignore it, right? But we all have those abilities. Every human being that's born can tap into their higher self, for sure. Now, it may come easier like to Scorpios or to certain signs or people, but everyone is able to go within and reflect, bring their breath to center, and let the information come through. That's the truth. So Red Lotus asks, okay, General, Aquarius, they tend to be defensive. They lie a lot. I'm a really low key. Okay. What I will say about Aquarius in general is, let me say a couple of things about them. First, let me go into their personality. Whether it's male or female, the Aquarius have to be in the spotlight. And even when they're not, they'll find ways to become it. How they get there could be wrong, right? They will get there because they must be acknowledged and noticed and recognized at all costs. So how they get there could be deceitful, right? How they do and go about what they do could be questionable. So when you ask me generally, are they defensive? Yes. They never want to be questioned because, well, no one does anyways. I don't want to be questioned. So naturally, no sign want to be questioned, but they will probably, yeah, be guarded, defensive, and yeah, put the guards up. Why you ask me this? What's the purpose? You don't believe me, you don't trust me, blah, blah. That's how they operate, just naturally, okay? Just naturally. Also, when they lie loud, it depends. They don't want to, but they will if it requires them to get what they want to get. They will lie if it requires them to get what they want to get. So it depends. Well, they are. I don't think they're going to argue. I don't see them actually being argumentative. I see them being very sly and strategic. Does that make sense? Yeah. I know all the signs really, really, really well. So if you are with a Aquarius, or friend or lover or spouse, as long as you cater to them, make them feel very, very special, put them on the pedestal, and constantly affirm how they're on that pedestal, they'll feel okay with you. The moment you don't do that to them, then they're wondering why you don't recognize them anymore like that. Right? So they could be needy with, when I say needy, like constantly needing being like, here you are. I continue affirmly. I always affirm where you are and who you are to me. And I value you so much, always, indefinitely. Right, guys? I know all the signs. I know all the signs. I know them all. Guys, my hair is growing so long. Remember earlier, guys, earlier this year, last year, not this year, last year, it was like shorter and like blonde. Long. So. Does it make sense though, at least Red Lotus? Like they need to be always affirmed, and they desire to be recognized in a public fashion or format. Like, so you can tell them separately, hey, I appreciate you, but what matters to them the most is how you tell them in front of other people, the audience. So that's just how it goes down with certain people. Anyways, yeah. Now, of course, we all grow. We're all growing, healing, evolving, ascending, right? So we all have our traits, all of us, including Scorpios. My God, like for real, like we all have our traits, but it's all about, are we growing, right? Are we willing to accept when we fall short? Can we accept when we're not right? And like any human being in this world, like we all have our own ego to overcome. We all have what matters most to us at a given point in time. So no one is off limits. It's all about where we are in the journey of life, right? How mature we are on the cycles and the phases that we're going through at a given point in time in life. Ooh. Yay, Red Lotus, yay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Super awesome. I love how Maddie says, in Maddie's house, he says, in his house, he's king. He's King Scorpio, and his word is law. So don't you dare come to Maddie's house. Don't come to Maddie's house. If you're in his family, Don't you dare. It's super adorable. I love it. I love it. I love it. I always wonder what is going to be like my best match. Lord, I don't know. I don't know. I've thought about this long and hard for several years. Like, oh, who would be the best match for Katrina the Scorpio? I've thought about this for several years. I don't have the answer, so I don't have the answer. I don't have the answer there. I want someone who at least takes me seriously, who values me and respects me, because there are certain things that are like non-negotiable for me. Non-negotiable, like, yeah. And then from there I can compromise. But there are certain things that are like non-negotiable. No, I will hold respect, but I'm going to offer it in return. You know, it's a mutual respect. It's a neutral. It's mutual, right? Like, it's not one-sided. It must be valued and honored and respected, and I will give it in return. So beyond those parts, I can negotiate and compromise with everything else. But I must be respected, valued, and like, I want integrity and authenticity. So, you know what I'm saying? Ouch. Jenny says, no messing up. Red Lotus says, Katrina, he is out there. He is asking the same thing. Where is my queen? Oh my God. Red Lotus. Where is my queen? Oh my God. And I am asking, where is my king? Oh Lord, where is he? Bring him to me. Well, it's the cutest. Rolling with the homies. All right. Well, so we can just hang out and just, you know, still chit chat, or what we can do is pull a couple of cards for whoever would like a couple of cards. Y'all tell me while I just go get me a napkin. Okay, I'm not going anywhere, guys. So y'all let me know. So when I come back, we can do like, I could pull some cards for you guys, or we can just still chit chat. Y'all tell me, and I will deliver. Alrighty, that is the game plan. That is the game plan. Perfect. Rolling with the homies. Rolling with the homies. Okay. So y'all tell me what y'all want, and I will deliver. So Red Lotus says she would love to see some cards. All right, anyone else? And yes, Maddie knows I'm Mama Gangsta. No, I've never seen the Gotti movie. I never have. No, I have not. I've never seen that. Okay, we're back. We're back. We're back in the name of Lord. All right. So Red Lotus was the only one or what? That's okay if it's only... I didn't see Norman come in here. Was he here? I must have missed Norman the whole time. I didn't see him. Who saw Norman? Jenny, did you see him? Or is he blocked and I don't see him? Norman from the channels? I didn't see him. That's weird. Jenny, let me know. I don't see him, okay? So I must have missed it, but Maddie says, he is a prince, but he will be your king. Oh, thank you, Maddie. Thank you, Maddie. I'll take it. I will take a prince to become a king for sure. For sure. All right. All right. So I guess, well, no, is he here? Well, how come I don't see him? What the heck? Well, I don't see him, Jenny, unless my thing is delayed. No, I don't see him. Norman, I don't see you, sweetie. That is super freaking weird. I'm very almost positive like he would be here if he's here. So okay, so well, Jenny, if he's here, make sure he's blocked. Can you look at that? Or can one of the moderators make sure he's not blocked? I mean, he shouldn't have been. I mean, my God, like, I love Norman. He's like our brother. So someone make sure he's not. I don't see him though. All right. But yes, back to what Matt said. He's a prince, but he'll be my king. Woo woo. All right. Serenity B says, hey, Katrina in chat. Haven't been on here in for ages. 3 months ago, my son died. He left behind a precious partner, I believe. Aw. I understand that. That's very difficult to endure, for sure. Okay, how come I don't see Norman? Can someone help make sure he's back? Why don't I see him here? I know for sure, 100%, I would never block my soul brother. So it could be a mistake by accident, but I love Norman. I don't see him. There he is. There he is. I see him now. He's right there. Guys, he's there. No crying, Norman. We love you. As long as everyone else saw you. It could be a glitch, guys. There's glitches sometimes. I don't know why. But we would have never ever blocked you, Norman. We know we love you, okay? And if they saw you, that means it was probably a glitch. I'm also on StreamYards, guys. So StreamYards is not like where you're going. The interface is a delayed interface. And there's a little this interface. When I use directly, excuse me. When I go directly to YouTube, excuse me, it's different. So there could have been a glitch with StreamYards because everyone said that you were there, but I just couldn't see you. Oh, excuse me. Whew. So I don't know. I apologize. But I saw Norman earlier tonight and a couple nights before. Well, let me take some spray. I can't. I'm gonna choke. Sorry about that. Thank you. Yeah, but everyone sees Norman, right? Everyone can see him. I can see him. Okay. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you. I didn't think he was. I'll take some Red Lobster, Red Lotus. Girl, I will take some Red Lobster right now. Please. Thank you. I will for sure. Hi, Patch. Excuse me. I had to just make sure my throat wasn't dry. Excuse me about that. I'm so sorry. Probably just talking too much, got parched. But we're glad that everyone's here. Oh yeah, so I will take Red Lobster all day, any day, right now. I don't mind Red Lobster, I'll take it. My favorite thing from Red Lobster is the shrimp scampi. Guys, tell me right here in the comments, in the chat, what is your favorite thing from there? I love the shrimp scampi. Now I'm craving Red Lobster. And guys, whew, let me just catch my breath. So for those who don't know who Norman is, he has been part of my channel for like a long time, from like early on. He's a good person. And I know that many of you guys always ask, you know, for readings and stuff. His channel is devoted completely to readings. And so if you're ever looking for a reading, he's a great person to go check out and hang out, okay? So I want to make sure that we acknowledged my soul brother, Norman. He's like my baby brother, not in real life, but here. I will make sure others also know. So thank you, Norman, my little baby brother. We love you. Oh, yes. Those freaking biscuits are life. Freaking want some. What else can I get? All right, let's do some cards for my good friend Red Lotus. All right. Let's see what comes through. Red Lotus General, sweetie. Yes, no, Mebiso. I don't usually do readings all the time, but we're pulling a couple of cards here. We're just chit-chatting, and she was the only one who wanted some cards, so we'll pull some for her and just keep chatting. But was there anything in particular, Red Lotus, that was on your mind or pressing that you want me to look into, or did you want me to just pull general cards and see what comes through for you? You let me know. General? Okay, got you. Got you. Yes, Norman has a channel. If there's a moderator here that knows how to pull a link, you can try and attempt that. I know his name is exactly how it's shown on the screen. Norman Baker Jean, correct or not? Let's see here. Where's he at? Yeah. Oh, sorry. Norman Jean Baker. Yes. So his whole channel is just readings, you know, all kinds, you know. Uh-oh. Red Lotus, the cards are flying. And so I don't know what your schedule is, Norman, but are you online pretty much right? I know that you're regularly online. Is it every day or is it almost every day? He's online quite frequently. I'd say, if I had to assume, I'd say daily or nightly. But you can let everyone know there, Norman, what your normal schedule is. Excuse me, my throat is still dry, so I apologize, guys. My throat's dry. Excuse me. Dry. Love those Cheddar Bay biscuits. I'm telling you, I want the recipe for that. And I like their lobster bisque little soup. I like the weird things there. I usually, oh yes, don't make me hungry. I'm hungry now. Someone feed me. Someone feed me. Okay, so Arizona time is like, I'm in Central. So you're about 2 hours behind. Are you in Jenny's time zone? I forget what it is, but yeah. He's on pretty much regularly, guys. So you can always check him out whenever he's there and see what's up. All right. Because I don't do, you know, my channel is not devoted to readings. And of course, when I do come on, it's not that I'm doing readings all the time. So I know people ask where, and check him out. Check him out. He's my baby soul brother. My baby soul brother. I love him. My soul brother. And he's come a long way, actually. He's come a long way. I'm proud of him. So I support people I am proud of. He's committed, he's dedicated, and that's a lot, guys. That's a lot. Why am I cold? All right. So I'm on Red Lotus. We're pulling cards for her in general. And here's what comes through. Wow. Well, hold on. Let me pull some clarifiers here. Just a little bit. Let's see what else is here. Because I got a couple things coming through. For sure. For sure. Let's see. Red Lotus. Red Lotus. My friend Red Lotus. Let's see what we can get for you. What messages does Red Lotus need to hear at this point? What is important to be brought to the attention, the awareness? Okay. Anything else? All right, here we go. And this. All right, let's see what we got. All right. Okay, I like that. I like this. Okay. All right. So here's what I see happening for sure. Let me start. So there could have been something in your life experience here just recently, or like in recent time, that may have been like not what you have wanted to take place. It could be emotionally. I do feel the emotional realm coming through, but it could have also been related to like maybe job or career or money. Something took place, Red Lotus, that, you know, you were waiting, you're waiting, and it didn't come into fruition. And then finally, you know, after all this waiting and time where you felt like in despair, you know, and finally something comes your way and you're like, you know what? I don't even want that. I don't even want that. Right? Okay. But you're recognizing that that's not the right thing to do. It's better off to surrender to accepting what does come your way and honoring the beautiful part of what is coming, right? It may not have been what you expected or the format that you expected, but it's still beautiful in disguise, and you're in reality. You're in tune with your existence, right? And you're surrendering control over how you wanted things to be, how it was supposed to come into fruition, and you're honoring the process. And now you're in celebration. I feel you moving from that place to a celebrational period of trusting yourself and allowing things to unfold and coming into your true power. So let me know if that resonates with you, Red Lotus. Let me know. Let us know, Red Lotus, please. Can you tell us a little bit more? I know, so Red Lotus says that yes, Red Lotus says yes, it does resonate with her. Anything further you would like to say about it? I'm happy it does. Of course, I'm always happy. I'm honored. I will say, not from ego base, but I do have a good, I would say I have like a 99.99% accuracy reading rate. And I don't say that publicly for fun. I say that with like validity. I could back it up. So I'm honored to do the readings when I can. Serenity would like a reading for her son. A different time, Serenity. I'm not doing any past life or deceased loved ones at this moment. But I appreciate you requesting it. Maybe at a different time. That takes a deeper part of me to tap into. And sometimes, you know, it's not always appropriate for me to do that. Okay? But thank you. Thank you. All right. So, thank you, Serenity. Yes. There's no, like, nothing personal. It's just about, you know, deceased loved ones or people who are crossed over. I try to handle on different days. So. Ouch. Why do I have something in my face? Ouchie, ouchie, ouch, ouch, ouch. Ouch. I have, like, you know, in your face, you have hair, it itches. So, so Red Lotus said, yes, it does so much. And then she says, okay, I'm like stunned. I lost my job and I felt it was horrible, but I had another option that was so much better, even though I doubted it so much. It was the best thing that could have ever happened. That's how I felt it. I swear I felt that. I did feel it that way because it was emotional. It was also monetarily, like, you know, money and emotions combined. I did feel that. So I'm glad that you resonated with that. I'm super, super glad. I'm honored. I'm honored. Honored. I'm sure you know Red Lotus by now. I'm very tapped in. Tapped in. I try not to be, but I'm telling you, I can't. I couldn't escape it if I tried to. There are times where I'm like, oh God, please don't tell me my own life. Please don't. Oh, please don't. Sometimes people think like, oh, the information could be good, but there's also times where it can be a little difficult to deal with when you have information. You're like, oh, how do you make sense of it in the tangible realm? Like, well, hell. You know what I'm saying? So I'm honored to do it for y'all, for sure. Always honored, for sure. All right, love you, Maddie. Love you. Yes, Mr. Will the Glare. Yes, sweetie, we were just chilling here, hanging out. We were covering some topics that are like, you know, sometimes a little like, you know, mystical. We here. What you doing awake right now? Are you waking up right now? I gotta cook you some breakfast, don't I? Right? I think so. I think so too. I had to pick up my cards because, you know, of course, I hate to bend over on the camera. I turned off the camera, but I'm like, oh, I'm not on the camera anymore. I'm still here. I'm still here. Oh, okay. Yes, Red Lotus, yes. Jenny says, You must need a reading. Should we pull some cards for the glare? Should we pull some cards for him? Y'all tell me. Let's see what comes up for him. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Hi, sweet face Jen. How are you? All right, he can be asleep, but we'll still pull his cards for him. Sweetie, no one said you had to stay awake that long, okay? All right, let's see what got to come through for Mr. Will. Better be something good for him. He needs some good delight. All right. All right, let's see. Let's pull some cards for Mr. the Glare. Let's see what he's got in store for him. He must have been here for a reason. You know how it works here, right, guys? It's always divine timing. Let's see what's going to come through. He must have a message here because I don't pull cards all the time anyways, so we got to see. So, wait, what does that mean? I'm not good at jokes. I'm going to pull your card if you keep messing. Oh, my God. Holy smokes. What does that mean, though? Let's pull his cards, right? Oh my God. Ooh. They want to, they want, hey, they want to talk. They want to talk. Cards want to talk to you. Okay. They want to fly, right? All right, here we go. All right, hold up. And I had a couple of cards that flew down, so let me pull them up from the floor. I'm not going to bend over on the camera. Not nice. Okay. 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 Whew. Let's see. You know what? It's getting kind of heated. It's getting kind of heated. Oh, hold up. Move that part away. Thank you, Patch. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay. All right. And I'm getting heated. I'm getting heated. Well, I always get Danielle, Mac Daddy Mac. I always get hot. You know me already. I get hot all the time. Are y'all trying to make me blush? Seriously? Jetty, Danielle? All right, here we go. Good grief. All right. All right, let's see what we have here. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm hot. Just kidding. All right. So here we go. So what's coming through first and foremost for you is where you've been going through a lot of the motions and you kind of feel exhausted from, you keep pushing forward and some things aren't coming quite to fruition, right? But you're in the right direction. So don't give up on the path that you're on. Sometimes we're this close to where we're heading and we give up or we kind of like lose that momentum. Don't lose that momentum. You're right there, okay? No more sorrow, no more sadness, no more being an outsider. You're feeling the fullness of the current reality and you're exactly where you're supposed to be right now for yourself. You're working really hard to, maintain that sense of, balance, freedom, and stability from a financial position. You're working toward that. So don't give up. Even when it doesn't look good for you, stay the course, okay? Things always turn in your favor if you stay on the course and being on that path, that momentum. Stay in that wheel, okay? Sometimes you might be fighting your own inner self a lot. Like the moon card came up in reverse and the inner fighting part. So, sometimes we, resist, being our best self. But reality is that you are exactly where you are to be right here. And a new leaf is turning. The wheel of fortune is in your favor if you are committed to your own self and your own growth. Okay. So stay the course. You're the king of swords. So stay there. Okay. You will see the fruits that will be brought to fruition as long as you stay that course. So don't give up. You can feel tired. We all do. We all feel tired. But you've got so many things that are coming into your position here in the very near future. But sometimes we take ourselves out of the game because we talk ourselves out of things. So don't do that. Stay focused, deliberate with your intentions, and you will see all the labors, the rewards for all the efforts you've placed, that you put in. Alrighty, that is the reading, okay? Hey, Red Lotus. Sweet Face Jen, how are ya? What's NWA mean? It means. All right. Oh yeah, right? All right. Anybody else? Or should we close it out? What do y'all want to do? Oh, okay. Oh, wait. So Mac Danny? Okay. I just actually processed your message. So Mac Danny is saying that, let's pull her up. Mac Danny says, where the heck is a love reading for Mac Danny? What? No, I'm not saying for you to go back to bed. If you're awake, no. What? Don't mess up your cycle, sweetie. Don't. Stay on course. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Yeah. Don't mess it up. Don't. Stay the course. Yes. Stay the course. For sure. Stay the course. Okay. I never get jokes. Oh my God, it's so bad. Like I'm the worst with jokes. Like I'm the worst with jokes. Thank you, Danielle, for having my back. Thank you. Like jokes always. Stop. Oh my God. I know. I never get the jokes. I try my best though, I really do, you know, Stop it. Stop. 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 Breathe. 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 Okay. Yes, I'm working my humor because sometimes I fail to like catch the jokes. But thank God for Mac Danny Mac. She is the Mac Danny, okay? The Mac Danny is the Mac Danny of all Macs. I mean, she's the one who always, you know, tells me when I'm missing the point. I've come a long way in my humor. I have. I'm super more laid back, right, guys? From when I began. Like, I'm usually more uptight, but I'm like more laid back, relaxed. Yes. Danielle's got it. Yes, Red Lotus. Thank you, sweet face Jen. My dimples are showing. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything else. Okay, Danielle, are we doing your reading now, Danielle, please? Yes or no? Thank you. That way people who understand what happened here. I know, I need a joke. I'm sorry. I need a joke. We did Red Lotus, her reading. Danielle, would you like one, Danielle? On your 3 husbands? Danielle? And thank you, Red Lotus. Thank you. Oh my God. You are too silly. Too silly. All right. Danielle would like 3 husbands. Danielle, your wish is my command, sweetie. Ooh, the card. Danielle, your cards will fall. Your cards are gonna come. Let's see. I will pick up the one that fell for Danielle. Mac. Okay, 2 cards fell down for Mac and Danny Mac. Mac, Danny. Thank you, Sandra, for acknowledging my growth on my humor. Thank you. I'm coming a long way. On humor, I am making some progress. Yeah. All right, hold up. Let me get the cards fell down. 2 cards fell. And Danielle, I'm distracted. I can't focus that well. I'm giggling too much, okay? I'm giggling too much. Okay, let's see. Let me focus. Katrina, focus. I'm laughing. All right. Thank you, Sandra, for laughing with me. Thank you. See, I'm getting really good though, right, at humor? I'm getting really, really good. It's taking me a while because I'm kind of serious. I'm kind of serious. Like, yeah. For those who know me from longer times, like I'm more serious. Jenny should know I'm more like serious, uptight. But I gotten better, guys. I have gotten much better, much better at yeah, at whatever this is called. So I'll take it. I'm gonna take it. All right. Oh, that way I don't lose these cards here. Put them right here. Okay. And let's see here. Wait. What's a cougar pit even mean? Danielle, someone enlighten me. What does that mean? Someone tell me. This is ridiculous. Yes. Thank you, sweet face Jen. Sandra says, I noticed you were human in your last life. Thank you, Sandra. I appreciate that. I do. I've been working on it. Thank you, Jenny. Yes, 2 cards flew out for Danielle. Big time. That might be true. The 2 cards that flew out were Danielle's 2 future husbands. Right? Hey, Gingerlocks mom, how are you? It's so good to see you. Are you doing okay? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I miss you and love you. Okay, thank you. So at least Mac and Danny helped confirm, or at least give me, but what was the joke around then? So see, I lost the joke part already. All right, let me focus on Danielle's reading though. So Danielle asked about her love life because she inadvertently asked about her love life, okay? That's what she was doing. Oh my God. You know what? This is too much. Danielle, stop it. Hey, Scout, Chrissy. Chrissy made it here. Thank you, Chrissy, for showing up. We're doing, Chrissy, we're doing Danielle's love life, okay? We don't know what's going to happen here. None of us know, not even me. Me too. I cannot wait for Danielle's love. We know that Danielle wants multiple spouses. Well, you know, well, I'm being facetious. So she wants, we don't know what she wants. Only she knows what she wants. But we know, based on what she wrote earlier here, we know, we have an idea of what she's looking for. So let's see what the cards will help us indicate for us, okay? And plus, we know from our soul group, we know what she's looking for. We all do know. Not all of us, but some of us do. So let's see if we can get that for her. Let's see what let's just see what we got here. Now, hopefully, let me not speak before the cards come out. I'm laughing. Danielle, you got me nervous for you. In a good way, in a happy, silly, friendly, playful way. I told you guys I'm working on my humor, so I'm getting better. Because usually Scorpio is very serious. If you're a Scorpio or if you're a Virgo, then you know that we tend to come across too serious, right? We know. So I work on my humor. I work on my friendliness. I work on like my adaptability. All right, let's see what we got here for Danielle. All right, this is it. This is it. I can't change it. It is what it is, okay? As Danielle says, cards don't lie. What'd I miss? So we're on Danielle. Only Danielle would ask for 3 husbands. You know what I'm saying? Only she can pull that off. No one else can pull it off but Danielle. There's no one else that can do it. So she better get her 3 fucking husbands. Okay, she better get them. Okay, let's see what we got here. All I can do is read the cards, you know. Let me see how many we got for her here. We're going to call it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, hold up. Okay, so here is what we have in the upright. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Danielle asked for 3 people. She got 5 people in the upright. 5. The cards don't lie. Okay. So she got 5 people coming in here to serve her. I will describe the 5 people. Okay. Now there's no order, there's no hierarchy, there's no order. It's just basically there's 5 people here that are going to be serving her, okay, fulfilling her in different ways, okay. And again, when I say fulfilling, we all distinguish that differently because we all have different needs and sets of like, interests. So this would only pertain to her. We have 5 people coming into the surface here that will be catering to her. Person number 1, right? There's no gender labels. It's just 5 people here. And so person number 1 is going to be very, adventurous, free-spirited, gonna like tackle on, life as it is. They're gonna take the chances. They'll be the risk taker. They'll be spontaneous. That's person number 1. Person number 2. Hold up. Let's wait. Let's wait for that person. Sorry. Person number 2. Okay, hold up. Let me review them all first. Okay. Person number 2, very much so. We have okay, so the rest are very intricate. They're intricate. They have all kinds of pieces to them. So I'm trying my best to like give it like straight as clear as I can. So one person, well, hold up. Let me start where. So one person is going to be, a provider for her on the material realm, or at least be able to provide in some capacity. Does that mean they're going to support her? It just means that there's one person who's going to at least be, some kind of a solid financial situation for her. The next person is all about strength. She wants that military person. She wants that strength. She wants that stamina. She's going to get it. She got that one right here. Very forceful, very prominent, very dominant, very certain. Put her in her place in the way that she would like to be put in place. The next person is going to want to have multiple partners in the experience, okay? And the next partner is going to be all of the parts that we just got done expressing and more so. So they're going to be able to like read your body, know what you want, how you like it, and be able to offer several elements of what I just got done discussing. So you have 5 people here. So you asked for 3, you got 5. Hey, that's pretty damn good. Get 5, dude. Like, I'll take 5. No, I won't take 5, but Oh, so you want number 5? Oh, well. No. Nope. It's the first part, Danielle. Stay focused. Stay focused. Stay focused. Stay focused. Number 5 handles all parts. There's no different personalities, okay? Let's not go there. Please don't do that with me. So, you got 5 candidates here that are about to like rally around you. They all look pretty good. I think they all offer a different aspect and different elements. Here's the 5 right here. They're right here. You have the 5 different people, right? Different full people. Well, not different full people, right? And they bring to the table different parts of themselves, right? And you're going to value them and appreciate them, acknowledge them for the parts they bring to the table. Like, so they're all different, like they're all uniquely their own self, right? Yeah. See, Red Lotus has a light them up. I know, damn, like you got, can I get 1? Like, can I just get 1? Like, I'll take 1. 1, definitely 1, 100% 1. It's definitely 1. I'm confident it's 1. It's certain. I'm certain it's 1. It's just 1. 1, yes, positively 1. It's 1. Can I just get 1? I don't want 5. In a funny way, we're all teasing here, We're in amongst family and friends. So yeah. Danielle says, bachelor's number 2, 3, and 5, please step forward. Danielle makes me laugh so hard. I love it. I always smile in a good way. Always, always, always. Whatever Danielle wants, she gets. Don't let her down. Don't do it, because she'll come for you. Can I just get one? Like, I don't even need 5. I'll take one. I'll take one of them. Not one of yours. I'll take one of mine. Can I just get one? This made me laugh so hard, guys. This was funny and fun and funny. It was fun, adventurous, and it was also kind of funny. I love it. I love it. I love it a lot. Y'all were amazing. Right, Jenny? Jenny says good humor. Hell yes. And then Scout says they're all getting background. Yep. Yes, they are. Right, Chrissy? Background check. All 5. All 5. They better pass it. They better pass that test. They better. They better go through the Katrina interrogation first. No, she can have her fun first. Let her have her fun, and then when any of the handful become serious, I said when the several become not one, but when some of them become more serious, then I will interrogate them to a T. Only after she gets to play with them and figures out what she likes, then we go ahead and like run the whole gamut, right? Love you, Sandra. Love you, Sandra. I agree, Red Lotus. What does her dates look like with number 2, 3, 5? Jenny says, universe knows now. Yep, Red Lotus. Line them up, let her choose. Let her get through them all. She got to run through them to make sure she knows who she's going to commit to. Only she will know who stands to the time. The wave. Not the real wave, but like, you know, the football or not, baseball games, the wave, they go like this. They all go up. Like, it depends on the whole like stadium, like the whole thing. Okay, so we can't do it here, but we do this to, like, you know, accommodate the whole wave process. You know, on baseball games, guys. Yeah, I'm sure y'all been to baseball games. Everyone does. They're like little, like, you know, the wave. So here we can't do all that. We do this part. We support everyone. Alrighty. So that was awesome, guys. That was so much fun. I loved it, guys. Love you too. Yes, absolutely. Red Lotus says, gotta get out. Thank you. Woohoo. Thank you also, Red Lotus, for hanging out with us too. I haven't seen you in a long time, so much love, much support for you too. Oh no, Danielle. Only you decide if you commit. Test them out first, Danielle. Test them out. Because you have to test them out, I guess, right? Test them out. Then you decide, then you choose, then you figure it all out, okay? I know, right? Chrissy, I loved it for her too. I freaking loved it. It was the best one. She asked for 3, she got 5. So you can't, you know, it don't get better than that. Oh. Yes. Well, Scout, Chrissy, I am hoping, wishing, and praying for true love, commitment, partnership, family, dedication. So I hope and pray that one day I do receive that experience. That is I'm holding the intention for that. So yeah. I want love. I want authenticity. I want someone who's genuine, who's real, who can be real with me in the experience, who can be my partner to go in this life journey with, because I have a lot of things I'm going to accomplish. I'm not even like freaking nowhere near like a quarter of the way done with this life. I'm not. And none of us are either. None of us here. I don't care how old or how young you are, we aren't done, right? So you want to like be fully immersed in the process if you can be, right? So I would love a beautiful reality, something that's real, tangible, and authentic. That's what I expect, nothing less. So I know. I would like a true love myself. I would. I'm proud of myself at the bare minimum. I've come a long way because many years ago, so before when I was married, I had a very business mindset, which I still do today. I still do. Your core self never changes. But then of course I was open to love. I got married. And so that was that, okay? And after that moment, I kind of just began to feel indifferent about love, or love in the way that we are taught it or learned or conditioned about it. So I became like not cold. I've always been kind of cold, like not cold, but like I've always been like, it appears that I'm cold. I'm not cold. But it could come across like that. But no, I've just been like, focused on things that I felt were more of a priority. So love for me, my whole life, really was never at the forefront of my life. And that's just the reality. So I say that to be open, honest with my own journey, right? Not to make me look worse or better. That's just however it comes out is however it is. That's why I'm accomplished, I'm focused, I'm driven, because probably that was never the priority for whatever reasons. And so, and that also goes into correlation with me suppressing feelings, emotions of the past. Not today anymore, but in the past, in my previous experience, years previously, not current time, but prior years. And not recent years, like just prior years. Yeah, I used to live life like suppressing pain or emotion. I didn't want to deal with them. Who does? Fuck, I don't. I didn't. I didn't want to do it. And I told myself it was not important. Let's, either block it, avoid it, neglect it, suppress it. Whatever it take, go there. I got to go here. Like, so I lived my whole life that way for many years, like for many years. On my journey of being like, you know, on the soul journey, I acknowledged that there was parts of me that I had to bring up to speed. And part of myself was to face, accept, and go through the emotions that I maybe blocked out from all the years before. And so I did the work on myself. It took a lot out of me. It was sometimes painful because nobody wants to relive the pain, right? But if in the real time you didn't fully live it out, or let's say you did, but you were traumatized or whatever took place in your life, if you have not gone back at least one time to experience and go through the motions, then you're probably still blocking, suppressing, or avoiding, or like, you know, pushing, suppressing those parts of yourself. And so years ago, on my journey, I went through with my notebook and my brain and my memories, and I went through all of the motions or all of the memories of from earliest moment to current time. And I went through it all, and I said, all right, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it. And I didn't want to do it, okay? I didn't want to do it because I felt, well, because I had replaced the value on that it was not important to deal with. I had already placed even though I didn't use the word value at that point, I had already placed that it was not valuable or important or priority for me to actually handle those pieces of my life, right? I was like, well, I can do it. Like without it, I can go here. I'm ambitious. I'm driven. I got X, Y, Z. I don't need to deal with that. Katrina, stay here. And I drove myself to success and achievements, which I did accomplish, right? And then life, you know, when you're coming to higher awareness, you're like, wait a minute, part of myself is not up to speed with the other part of myself. I knew this for years, like, you know, and I was like, well, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Like I debated myself. Totally debated myself, argued with myself. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But I knew that it wasn't because I didn't want to go back. Who would want to go back and fucking dive into? Nobody wants to do that. I certainly don't want to. So I'm saying it because it's real. I did do the work on myself. Absolutely. And it was difficult and tough and not very, you know, fun. Fuck no, it was not fun. But my point of saying this is because, you know, I'm type A personality, like I'm here, structure, you know, discipline. Let's do this. I want it this way. I know where I'm going. I will create the whole plan. I'm going to go there. Emotions and, you know, sensations, I still feel them, but I'm going to fucking block them, suppress them. And you know what? They don't actually matter. They did, but they don't, right? So I learned to live that way for so many years. Many years. I can say it now and smile because I've actually gone through this motion, the process. I could not be able to sit here and say this experience if it wasn't real. No one can do that. No one can. So I know what I'm saying is super fucking authentic. So anyways, I went through the process and I said, all right, you know what? My spirit guides were telling me, Katrina, you know that part of you is still over there. I'm like, which part? You know what part? I'm like, no, which one? And like for a long time, I was like, no, it's right here with me. I know I can, because I'm very emotionally intelligent. I'm very empathic, compassionate. But they said, no, that's not what we're referring to. We are referring to you never dealt with things that took place. And I said, okay, fine. Which ones? You know which ones. I'm like, which ones? All of them. Oh my God. All of them? All of them. And I was like, holy shit. All right. So I'm like, well, where do I start? You start with the first one. Oh, really? Yes. You start with the first one and you don't stop. And expect for things to come up. And you're going to go through the motions, but you will not suppress it. You will clear them. So I went through my earliest memories, and that's how I began my journey. Not the full journey, like I've done the journey, but that was part of my journey where I went to go and collect the rest of myself. So most of me was so far advanced. Most of me, I would say, like, 70% of me, 65%, almost 70% of me was way far along the process, but there was a good chunk of me that had been lagging behind, and I can't cross the finish line without the fullness of me, the wholeness of me. And for the longest time, like, I was like, well, do I need those parts of me? Because I didn't like that part. That makes me feel weak and vulnerable, and I don't even want it. Why does it matter? That's so long ago, right? Like, so you debate yourself, you fight yourself, like, no, I don't need that. And I resisted it for so long, and for a long time, but my spirit guides continue to tell me, right? My higher self as well was like, Katrina, you can only get yourself so far on these elements, right? That you're strong suited in, like your strengths. But if you don't get the rest of yourself, you cannot cross that finish line. Do you understand that? I'm like, yeah, I do. But does it matter if it's behind me? Yes, it does. How badly does it matter? It matters. Like, I really did put up the biggest resistance to this. I really did. Because I don't like to be in my emotions. I don't like it. Well, for me, right? That's just coming from my personality traits, from who I am, how I operate the world. I'm not somebody who wants to sit in my emotions. I certainly don't want to do it long. So, and if I learned so far in this life to live without those parts, I felt like, well, I'm doing a really good job. Like, do I really need that? Do I really need it? Yes. So I'm going over like the inner dialogue of how it went down to help give you firsthand, authentic, genuine recounting of my own journey. So I did it this way right here when I showed it to you, because that was how it really happened for me, right? I can tell you from third person or from from like my great communication skill sets, but I did it this way to show you how it really did take place for me, for sure. So I'm there, I'm like, oh my God, I gotta bring that part here. Let's do it. I would do some of them, I'm like, oh my God, you're too much fucking work. Do I really need you? Like, it was a really funny experience, and I only say it today because I can say it now that way, but at that moment I was like, all right, let's go through the big ones first, and then we can go back to all of them, right? And so life, like, that's how it happens. And I had to write them all down. I had to write them down because they had become very real for me in order for me to fully release any anxiety, pain, fear, or worry or resentment that I was holding on to, that I may not even known I was holding on to. Because I had already forgiven my family, my parents, my all of my family, any hardships that I went through, I had already forgiven them, from this position. But had I gone through the emotions? Probably not. So they're different things. They're definitely different things. And so I went through them all over a period of time, not in one day. I did tackle several in one day. It will exhaust you. It will deplete you. Yes, it will. But go at your own pace. Go at your own pace, for sure. But it was over a period of time. I went through all the moments. I made sure nothing was left unturned. Every small one, every big one, every medium-sized one, I went through them all. And allowed myself to feel the pain that I maybe had suppressed for the years before, from many years before. And man, I'm telling you, every single time I did it, it was painful. I didn't want to reimagine, right? Your brain wants not to relive the visual or the experience. But what I did learn in the process was, each time it was so liberating. I felt complete freedom every time. I knew it's what I had to do. I knew it. And so even though I felt weak, I was also feeling empowered at the same time. And so every day I would wake up with my little blank notebook, or at the date, I would timestamp it, and I'd say, all right, what grade? So I used myself to go back, like, kindergarten, first grade, second grade. That's how I did it, because I wanted to have like a record. Like, so I went from kindergarten, first grade, second grade. I went all the way. Really, I did. And you don't think about what's happening when you actually add the grade levels, then different memories come into play, and like other things come up where you're like, well, wait, that was something I thought about. It all comes up. It all fucking comes up. Okay. But you write it down and you release it and you cry, and you soothe yourself through the pain. Yeah, you do. You do. But you let it out. Don't hold it in. You let it out. You let it out. And when you let it out, it's no longer on your shoulders. It's not. And you come to some kind of like inner peace about, man, all of it, right? Or at least whatever is happening in that moment of the memory or whatever's taking place. And you feel so like light. You feel light. You feel easy. Your shoulders no longer hurt. Back isn't, your neck ain't hurting. Like you're like, my God, I feel good. I love this. Like, this is good. And no one else knows what I'm fucking doing. This is the way, this is a few years back. No one else knows what the fuck I'm doing, but I know, right? And what's important is that you know your process, what it takes to get you to from there to there. I did that. I did that. And I'm proud of myself for doing that, because I was someone who suppressed emotions, blocked them out, didn't want to deal with them, didn't like them. And so that was like, I did all that work like 2014, 2015. Yeah. And then like in 2015 and 2016, I finally came to possibility that just maybe, I don't know, maybe, just maybe I could believe in love again, like, and believe that I would be deserving of true, authentic love, that maybe I believe in like a true partner, right? It took me some time because I was indifferent for so many years. Like, well, all these ideologies that exist in the movies and the fairy tales, that, you know, I'm very practical, I'm very grounded. And so it's hard to get me to like go from there to there. I'm like, oh, you know. And, but yes, it took time. It definitely took some time. I had to first convince myself that I even wanted that. I had lived so many years independent, on my own little like zone in my lane with nobody, that I had emotional attachments to, because I liked it that way. I fucking liked it that way. It was familiar, it was comfortable, and it fucking worked, right? It worked. So it finally came to the moment, you know, over years where, you know, I do believe that I want love. Yeah. So it took some time for me. And that was already, you know, that was in 2015, 2016. And then, you know, in the last several years, obviously 2017, 18, we're in 20, you know, I gave different people chances. I, you know, have been open to possibility, situations, experiences, removed bias for my own self, my own personal bias of like, well, if I want a person with this or this or that. No, I've just been like, you know what? I don't really know. And I'm going to allow myself to be in this process. And whatever comes up, I will take on. Right. And I will be hurt in the process. I will lose out in the process, but I will grow. I won't stop. So anyways, guys, I will end it there, all right? If that was too much, I apologize for those who did not want that information. But I do believe that if it helps one person, two people, learn from me sharing and recounting my experience, that I've done my job, right, for humanity. So with all due respect, I hope that it was something for someone, even if it was parts of what I shared, even just little parts, points, anything. If you had any takeaway, if there was some value by me sharing my vulnerabilities, that I'm honored to do it. All right, guys. All right. I love you guys. Love and light, okay? Have a good night. See y'all on the other side.